looking so appalled. Oh, your girl let it put so much into tonight, and you just don't care. And I stopped playing games.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off-tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The Browns had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cooper will come in motion right. They run it again with Chubb.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's at the 40. Past the 20. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Chubb is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Nick Chubb. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Jackson being chased out left.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, Drake.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
So that's about as crazy of a play as you're going to see. He lost the football, got it back, and took it into the end zone.
And it's really tough on the defenders, isn't it? Because when they see a loose football, sometimes you end up kind of shutting it down and you go into fumble recovery mode and you forget about the guy who fumbled it in the first place and ended up costing him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson.
And this goes out wide for Drake.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. From the gun, it's Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Right back to Drake. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 3rd down, Drake. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On 4th down, Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
You got 3.
Here's Watson. Well, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Left side, it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 43 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 15 now. Watson buying time to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Flush to his right. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Edwards. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Check. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Here we go. Mike 14. Mike 14.
Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Chubb again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give it to Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incomplete situation there on 4th and goal from the 3. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he hits Drake. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Jackson to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run with Dobbins. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Ravens, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit the front page or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the you in the.
Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie? Feel